What's up? What's up? Hey, today I want to go real quick, real fast, um, about dimpling your barrel. They have dimple jigs out there. They can be a little bit expensive though, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, some 80. They work great. They're phenomenal. But if you don't have one, and you need to get your barrel dimpled, I'm gonna show you the way I do it. And I'm saying this is the best way. It's just one way that you can do it yourself. You do have to be careful. It's better if you have a drill press. Much actually recommended if you have a drill press, which I do not. I'm just going to show you the way I do it. Here, I got my upper receiver, and I have my barrel in there. It's recommended too. I recommend that you put a barrel nut on there if you got it, just for extra support. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm just going to show you. Mine's pretty much already done. Probably should have did it from the get-go, but I have another barrel and I'll probably do it for that one. So what I have here, stainless steel barrel. This is mid-length, and this is the way I do it. As you can see, it already has the gas port right there. And what you want to do, you want to get yourself some blue tape like that, as you can see there, and you're going to go right here, if you can see it, is the actual shoulder on the barrel. And you want to get as close and lined up as possible on that, as you can see, as I did there. Now you want to wrap that around real good, being careful not to go over and be just perfect. Now, you're going to take your gas block, which I have here, compliments of DPMS, and you want to do the same thing. You want to go take that tape and go to the edge, just like so. Nice and neat as you can get it. Safe as will help out in the end for what you want to do. But you want to make sure you're going to put the tape on the edge where the opening is, where the gas tube would actually go in. Not here, but here. Once you do that, just gonna slide it over real nice, and I have my marks here now. You won't have those marks. The point being is, what you want to do, let me take this off for a second. You got your hole. You can see underneath, if it will focus, it's kind of dark in there. Let's use my handy dandy light. Possibly this would work. Ooh, bad lighting issues. I don't know if you can see it. The port there. Not good. Sorry about that. But it is there. And beforehand, you want to be very careful. If you can see, that hole that you can't see, obviously, sits right directly, there it goes, a little bit underneath where you put your gas tube. So that's all lined up. Also, that hole that you can vaguely see there, where the air escapes into the gas block, into the gas tube, is perfectly lined up with this hole right there. That one. Right now they got the Allen screw in there, so you can't see it, but it's perfectly lined up. If you were to stick something in there at a perfect, let's say 90-degree angle from where it was, like so, it would line up perfectly, and that's a good point. So in a way, you're going to use this as a jig itself. So you want to line that up perfectly with the hole there as best you can. I mean, obviously you can't see underneath because the barrel's there, and then you are going to mark it. And the first mark you're going to do, which I did, was right here, this one. Then you're going to tighten your screws. Once you get your mark and you're confident and comfortable that it's lined up perfect, you're going to put your Allen wrench in the bottom. You're going to tighten those set screws up till you can't move it. Then you're going to take yourself a Sharpie, and you're going to go from here to the other side, making perfect lines as I did there. as you can see. And that is going to aid you lining up. So once you got those lined up, as I did, this thing has a horrible time focusing in. There we go, finally. After you do that, you're gonna take your vise here, and if you have one, hopefully you should. Whether you have the upper vise block that covers everything, which is probably a little bit better for what we're doing here, or you have this one. I happen to have this piece that goes on top. You're gonna loosen up your jig. I mean, your jig. You're gonna loosen up your vise, and you're gonna turn this to its corner like that. Now, once that's in place, that's where these lines come in handy. So the whole thing is going to be turned like that, and you're not going to be able to see that. You'll be seeing these lines. So you're going to undo one set screw. So sort of be like this. Okay. Keep in mind everything would be turned though. And you're going to line up those lines with that. Now you're going to come over here, you're going to undo one of these set screws, whichever one you want. Take it out, leave the other one in there nice and tight, or tighten it back up. Well, no, it would be tight from priors. But you're going to go get a drill bit, and you're going to very slowly and patiently start to dimple in. A little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Very careful. I would get one, I forget what size I used, but get one that fits just perfect in that hole. So if you get a thin one, you take the risk of sliding over. I mean, you take the risk regardless. That's why having a drill press is recommended and key here. But you know, if you're saying fuck it, this is the way I did it, it's the way you can do it. Now after you do a little bit, you're gonna stop, take it off, check it, put it back. Then the little bit that you did dimple in, you're gonna put the set screw back in there. Then you're gonna undo this side. As you tighten up that one, undo this one, and do the same thing, taking turns back and forth to each one, and eventually you're gonna get your dimples. Let's see if I can do this with the whole. Well, I should actually be able to take the barrel off here. Okay, you're going to get your dimples. They're gonna come out nice and neat, like so. And they will line up perfect. There you go, nice and neat, perfect dimples. A little bit crude is the method, but it works, gets the job done. So thanks a lot, as always, until next time.